Welcome back, everybody. I'll try to make this as quick as I can. I just want to talk about so there's a room directly under the main pizzaplex atrium, kind of by the food courts, and there's like these wet floor signs. They're not wet floor bots that can be found in this room. So this room is clearly not for customers to see. It's been essentially abandoned. Like something happened here. Today I just wanted to compare these floor signs to the wet floor bots. I wanted you to be able to see the difference here. So the sign shows like a human slipping and falling, but the wet floor bot shows an animatronic falling. So I kind of wondered if this change came about around the time that the night shift crew was replaced by staff bots. It may not even matter when, but I do have a couple things I want us to think about going forward for our theories and such. And I guess to just begin, why were these things created? Possibly just for decoration. They do look really neat, and they blend nicely into the pizzaplex with their little ears and glowing eyes and such. But like we already had these signs, so why did we get rid of the signs and have wet floor bots instead? Or if you call them pat pats, that works too. It's all good. But my issue with like the idea of just making these cute little guys that fit so well into the pizzaplex is that it seems like a very costly replacement for a company that's always cheaping out on everything that they can. For them to suddenly switch from simple plastic floor signs to fully functioning animated robotic floor bots. It's purely speculation, but I would dare to suggest that they were added deliberately by Vanny, like via glitch trap or whatever. And the reasons for adding them are unclear, but let's look at what we do know so we can kind of figure out some of the puzzle pieces at least. So first, what floorbots have glowing eyes and they seem to turn towards Gregory when we walk over to them, indicating that they have vision abilities to some extent. But maybe more importantly, their ears are clearly designed to either receive or put out audio. I'm not super audio techie, so my knowledge on such things is like limited. But I definitely think it's odd for something that's sole purpose should be to point out a wet floor to have these additional functions, unless there's more to them than meets the eye, which I think is clearly the case. And to kind of go off of that, I would say that it's important to keep in mind that these bots are connected to the Vanny network in Ruin. Just something to keep in mind is the whole Vanny network connection. But speaking of the Vanny network, let's not forget that these little dudes have souls in them, as confirmed by the debug menu and the loud cries of anguish that they make in Ruin when we're wearing the mask. Like, I think that made it pretty clear, which really makes me wonder what exactly their true purpose is, and why Glamrock Bonnie is also connected to whatever they're connected to somehow. There's so much to chew on there, but I think eventually we are going to figure out Glamrock Bonnie's deal. Lastly, don't forget that we can play the entire Ruin game without deactivating all these bots. It's like they're not part of the plot, but like they're there clearly for something that's going on behind the scenes. But we can play the whole game without ever finding Bonnie Bull. That's like a whole separate thing. Which, again, it begs the question: what is their actual significance to this series? And I'm just not sure yet. I'm really hoping to get some feedback from the community because comments on my Maskbot video absolutely made my week. It's been a real treat to just be able to dive into this lore together and see what you all think about the lore and characters and what's going on in the game. So a big thank you to you all. I hope these little random details are fun to learn about, and like let me know what you find. Thank you again for any subscriptions, likes, comments. It helps a lot. It's been so much fun. I could just keep talking and talking, but I'm just going to try to end it here. This is just a little video pointing out some random details I found. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you later.